Hello friends, today we will discuss about the impurities. Impurities in pharma. The undesired substance present in the drugs or drug substances is considered as impurities. Even if it is having inert or superior pharmacological characteristics, it should not be acceptable in the final product API or excipients. These compounds may get incorporated during the manufacturing, packaging, storage, transportation, etc. The presence of unwanted chemical, even small amount, it may influence the efficacy and safety of the product. The impurity profile seeking a great attention from the regulatory. The impurities in product can identify by using the instrument HPLC, mass spectroscopy, NMR spectroscopy, etc. Impurity profile has become an integral part of new drug applications, NDA or abbreviative new drug applications, ANDA, or investigated products. There are 4 types of impurities: organic impurity, inorganic impurity, residual solvent, and elemental impurity. Organic impurities. These type of impurities takes place during the manufacturing of the product or during storage of the products. From KSM or intermediate it can occur the impurity. Usually this impurity occurs in all pharmaceutical products. From byproducts also occurs the impurity, that is organic impurity. It is very difficult to obtain a single product during the manufacturing with the organic reactions or with complete yield. In that case, there is a chance of byproduct in desired product. Degradation products also may occur the organic impurities during the manufacturing. Next, inorganic impurities. Inorganic impurities may also occur during the manufacturing of product and refers like the consist of nitrite, phosphate, etc., which are normally known as reagent catalyst ligands, etc. This type of impurities occurs if manufacturing instructions are not followed properly. The heavy metal is the one of inorganic impurity may occurs during the manufacturing of process. The water is the main source of the heavy metal like sodium, magnesium, calcium, cadmium, arsenic, which can occur during the water acidification or hydrolysis of reaction. This problem can be easily avoided by using the demineralized water and glass line reactors during the manufacturing of product. Residual solvent. Residual solvent is organic volatile impurities which occurs during the manufacturing of product or which is used during the manufacturing of product. Residual solvents may affect on the physicochemical properties like color, crystallinity, etc. The residual solvents are mainly classified into 3 types. The class 1, it should not be employed in the manufacturing of process. These have a carcinogenic and very toxic in nature. Like benzene, more than 2 ppm, they have a carcinogen effect. Carbon tetrachloride, more than 4 ppm, having a toxicity. 1,2-dichloroethane, 5 ppm, having a more than 5 ppm, they provide the toxic effect. 1,1-dichloroethane, more than 8 ppm, they also provide the toxic effect. 1,1,1-trichloroethane also provide the very toxic effect. The class 2 solvents can be used based on that permissible daily exposure as a defined limit. And class 3 solvents are also used based on requirement. These solvents has a very less toxicity and very low risk. Next, elemental impurities. Elemental impurities, as we know that the metals are very toxic in nature and it do not provide any therapeutic benefits, and it should not be scrutinized at the specified level. These elemental impurities again defined in some classes. Class 1, arsenic, lead, cadmium, magnesium. These metals are falls under the class 1 elemental impurities. In this case, risk assessment is required with respect to toxicity and concentration in ppm. Next, class 2A, selenium, cobalt falls under the 2A elemental impurities. In this case also risk assessment required with respect to toxicity and concentration in ppm. Next, 2B contains silver, gold, platinum, rhodium, lithium. These elements having a antibacterial property. Using of some formulations are using these elements. Using of this silver, gold, that should be a particular according to the CGMP guidelines and very conscious regarding their concentrations during the formulation. Class 3, barium, chromium, copper, antimony. These elements are falls under the class 3 elemental impurities. Risk assessment requires depends upon the route of synthesis. Next, boron, iron, zinc, potassium, calcium, magnesium falls under the class 4 elemental impurities. In these impurities, risk is very low. In this video, that's it. Thanks for watching.